Hi everybody, I'm Bill Jones from I Love Oldies, and as you can see over my shoulder here, that I am in the town of Bedrock, yes, Bedrock, Colorado. And I'm about to bombard you with a trivia about the Flintstones and Bedrock back when Fred and Barney roamed the area. But first, I want to remind you to stay tuned after this video. We're going to tell you or remind you how you can sign up, register to be a contestant on our next I Love Oldies trivia game, and win up to $100 in prize money. Right now, though, let me introduce you to the very latest in time travel technology as we go back in time about 48,000 years to visit Fred and Barney and the whole gang in Bedrock. Of course, that's the Flintstones, starring Fred and Wilma and their next-door neighbors, the Rubbles, Barney, Betty, and Bam Bam. It was voted by TV Magazine as the second greatest cartoon of all time, right behind The Simpsons, just ahead of Looney Tunes. Well, the main character, Fred Flintstone, was played by Alan Reed, who looked a little bit like Fred Flintstone in his younger days. Now, here's a soundbite of Reed using his regular voice and the voice of Fred Flintstone in an interview explaining why studios lay down the voice track before the artists come in and actually produce the cartoon drawings.
They start with the voice, and there's a reason for that. The artists take from our voices and draw accordingly. For instance, if we have a take, if let's say Barney and I are driving along and Mel says, hey, that monster's in back of us, and I'm being brave, and I say, I don't care if that monster ever gets close to me, why I'll... Now, the artist has to be able to match this kind of thing, you see?
Wow, what a great voice. Alan Reed, you heard him talk about Mel as Barney. Well, that's Mel Blanc. The voice of Bugs Bunny was also the voice of Barney Rubble.
Mel Blanc, yes, Mel plays Barney. It's been a pleasure working with him for a lot of years, too. He's a very, very clever and talented man.
Sit down and relax, Barney. You're making me nervous.
Sit where, Fred? The finance company took back all the furniture, remember?
We'll get it back, partner. As soon as we land our first case.
Yeah, but when'll that be? We've been in a private eye racket for 3 weeks now, and the only one that came through the door was a drunk driver.
Well, of course, Fred and Barney were best friends, and the ladies, Wilma and Betty, were also best friends, too. Wilma was played by Jean Vanderpyle, who also looked a little bit like Wilma during her younger days with flaming red hair.
Wait a minute, boys. I have an idea. Betty, why don't we let them help us with the act we're going to do? You know, the contest at the annual Dinosaur Lodge affair.
As a series evolved, Vanderpyle also went on to eventually play the voice of Pebbles Flintstone as well. But what about Betty Rubble? Bea Benaderet was the original voice of Betty Rubble, but she was also a fairly well-known face on TV. She was Kate Bradley on Petticoat Junction and Green Acres. And believe it or not, she was Miss Prissy on those Foghorn Leghorn cartoons.
Oh, Barney, that's not our baby. He belongs to someone. Here's a note in the basket. Please take good care of Bam Bam.
Bam Bam? That's an odd name.
He is an orphan and needs a good home and the peaceful surroundings of Bedrock.
Well, there have been several remakes of the Flintstones, both on video and in cartoon form, but the original series debuted on September 30th, 1960, and its last show was on April Fool's Day of 1966. Oh, and I almost forgot. If you'd like to play I Love Oldies Trivia and win up to $100 in cash, we're making it easy. Just log on to my website, iloveoldies.com. Love is L-U-V, iloveoldies.com. On the home page now, you can just scroll down to the bottom where you can register. It's that simple. Good luck. And remember to keep playing I Love Oldies Trivia. It's fun, and it's good for your brain.